people go to Meghalaya immediately, cross over the road, come to Assam, claim citizenship. That's a huge problem for Assam because if a lordship travel from Guwahati to Shillong, my lord, one side is Assam road, one side you have to only cross the road and to say claim citizenship of the country. Now, lordship would see, my lord, the extent of illegal population in 2001, which is as per the statement of the Home Minister on the floor of Parliament. It is not from any individual studies, my lord. And these figures are there as part of, my lord, my submission, and this is part of the statement of the Home Minister, my lord. Lordship would say, my lord, 50 lakhs are the population in 2001. Out of 266 lakhs is the total population for the census of 61. 18% are, my lord, illegal immigrants. And you give citizenship to all. Where is that homogeneity? Article 14 has to have some meaning, my lord, not for an individual, to a group of individuals staying in Assam. You are giving citizenship, my lord. What is the basis for giving citizenship? Merely because you want it political issue, you have an Assam Accord. That does not satisfy the test of constitutionalism, my lord. That may satisfy the test of your political expediency. My lord, though my written submissions are in writ petition 311 of 2015, it indicates that. But as you pointed out, that was mainly on NRC, my lord. So I'm not going that. That's why I said, my lord, in 68 of 2016, the prayer of 6A has been there. Lord, say, treat it as a written submissions on 68 of 2016. Let me first formulate the points, my lord, which
that would be nice.
So the first, my lord, or it's sort of an index, my lord. The jurisprudence principles internationally recognized on immigration law vis-a-vis citizens. That's the first, my lord, principle which I will be addressing your lordship, lord, which is subject to your lordship permission.
All right.
Second, my lord, the global refugee policy, my lord, as my lord as declared in United Nations refugee policy, my lord, 1951. Refugee policy of 1951. To which 146 members are signatory. India is not a signatory. Recognizes only right to abode and not to right of citizenship. With basic human rights, my lords, such as food, education, health. I'll develop that, my lord.
But Mr.
Yes.
Ansariya, what that means is no individual can move a court relying on an international covenant and say you are bound to confer citizenship on me. No individual has the right. But this can never preclude the sovereign right of a nation.
I'm not saying Parliament is not sovereignly competent on this. I'm just broadly saying, Lord, what are the internationally recognized principles on that? Lord, I cannot get a mandamus or a seizure from your lordship that 6A must be struck down on this. But these are the broad principles my lordship will keep in mind while interpreting. And I'm going to submit, Lord, these are part of our preamble and constitutional ethos.
All right.
I'll develop that.
Third point.
2. 3, my lord, as Mr. Chaudhary has said, my lord, I will demonstrate that with article there. Section 6A in effect amends Article 6 of the Constitution. I'll show that how. And it could not have been done without going through the process of 368.
Amends Article 6.
In effect, Article 6 of the Constitution, 6 and 7 of the Constitution, my lord. It amends Article 6 and 7 of the Constitution. In effect, I have got, my lord, the chart, my lord, by how it has been amended. In effect. 4th, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
My lord, Mr. Diwan has said you cannot discriminate within homogeneous group. I'll show some materials to show, my lord. Assam, along with 4 border states of the eastern part of the country, my lord, are homogeneously placed with materials to support that Assam has been singled out and discriminatory, my lord. This so far, if you're making it applicable only to Assam. The effect is, my lord, not only that they are staying back, they are coming from the neighboring states, my lord. If your lordship knows, my lord, from Guwahati to Shillong, if your lordship go, one side is Assam, one side is Meghalaya. If you are in this part, you are Indian citizen. If you are in this part, you are an illegal migrant. So all that it requires, cross that road and claim citizenship. And I will show, my lord, from the materials on record, what is the extent of, my lord, illegal migrants in those states, and what is the extent of illegal migrants in Assam, and what is the extent of border, my lord, of the 4 states and us, to show they are homogeneously placed, my lord, and you have discriminated only Assam, my lord, quad that. I'll show that. 5th, my lord, as Mr. Chaudhary said, I'll just develop that a little more, that subscribing an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of India is a basic feature of the Constitution. And the persons who have come, they have not come from Bangladesh, my lord, because Bangladesh is not born on 26th March 1971. Bangladesh is born on 26th March 1971, not on 25th March 1971. And on that day, they are the citizens of Pakistan, in which, my lord, the Prophet says, Prophet Allah is the only person who has made the earth. I'll show that, my lord, I have quoted it. So unless they renounce their citizenship of another country, which believes in a, my lord, religious, particular religion, you cannot become a citizen of the India, or which is a, my lord, a secular country, without subscribing an oath of allegiance. And that is what is required in section 5 and 6, my lord, that wherever you become a citizen by naturalization.
What's the next point?
Next point is, my lord, the India has a refugee policy, my lord, qua Tibetan, qua Chakmas, qua Tamils, and qua Rohingyas. None of the refugee policies, my lord, confer an automatic deemed provision for conferring citizenship.
Yeah, has a
all these are there on record. I'll show that. Give the pages. Policies for Tibetan, for Chakmas, for Tamils, and for Rohingyas. Sri Lanka, yes, of course. There are definite policies of rehabilitation for the refugees for these 4 groups, my lord. None of them confer an automatic citizenship, much less a citizenship by an application. And this is discriminated. My lord, first, and the finally, my lord, BK Sharma committee report, Lordship has seen 1462, my lord. What it says finally, my lord, it says, in case it is to, in the meantime, what is to be happen. And I will give a case law, my lord, to your lordships on discrimination under Article 14. I'll give a list of.
Hansaria.
Yes.
Can you go straight to your third point, that section 6A in effect amends Article 6 and 7?
Please, I'm grateful to your lordship.
Then we come back to your earlier
point. Please, your lordship. I'm extremely grateful.
Showing us the material extent.
Done. I've typed Article 6. I've engrafted 6A, how it is amended. To just, it will be easier for me to demonstrate that. It has Article 6 and how Article 6A has been incorporated there. Just give it to that.
What are the track changes in the document?
No, this is Article 6 of the Constitution.
Right.
Which is there, my lord. What I've struck off is what is the effect of section 6A. And, my lord, how it has been, my lord. So Article 6, if your lordship kindly keep the Constitution side by side. I have typed Article 6, my lord. And whatever has been changed because of section 6, I have struck off. And in italic, I have put what is the section 6A has superimposed on that. So lordship may kindly keep side by side. Article 6 of the Constitution says right of citizens of certain persons who have migrated to India from Pakistan. What 6 says is not who has migrated to Assam from Bangladesh. In effect, I'll show section 6A also, section 6A. Notwithstanding anything in Article 5, a person who has migrated to the territory of India from the territory now included in Pakistan shall be deemed to be citizen of India at the commencement of. So there is a deeming, by way of a deeming fiction, my lord. A person who would not become a citizen of India is deemed to be a citizen of India in respect of those persons who have come from Pakistan. Now, my lord, this specified territory is a part of Pakistan. Is a 25 March 1971 is the cutoff date. On which date it is a part of Pakistan being East Pakistan. Bangladesh is born on 26th of March 1971.
Just one second.
In paper, 26 March. In actuality, 16 December 1971, after India won the war.
What is the date on which India recognized Bangladesh?
16 December 1971, when India won the war.
But then what is the relevance of 25th March?
Because, my lord, Bangladesh declared itself to be a country.
It declared its independence.
Itself to be independent on 26th March.
But we recognized Bangladesh in December.
December, because after Indo-Pak war, my lord. From 11 December to 16 December. And it declared its independence on 26th
So on 25th March, according to you,
yes, my lord,
Bangladesh was an integral part of
Pakistan. And I have got
And if you're from Pakistan,
yes,
then the only date was 19 July 1948.
Please, your lordships.
But even there's a problem in your argument.
Yes, Lord, let me understand.
I mean, theoretically.
Yes, Lord.
Parliament may not do it.
Yes.
But it was always open to Parliament to say, what does Section 6 do? Oh, sorry, what does Article 6 do?
Yes.
Article 6 is qualified at the commencement of this Constitution.
My lord.
That is to say, persons who had already migrated from Pakistan, in fact, this I must share, just as Brother Sundaresh pointed this out to me a short while ago. Persons who had migrated from Pakistan prior to the birth of the Constitution on 26 January 1950, they would be conferred citizenship, or they would be deemed to be citizens, subject to certain conditions.
Yes.
One was either of the parents was a
Yes.
citizen, or they were either the parents or
Yes.
grandparents were born in India. Then B, in the case where such persons so migrated
Yes.
before 19 July 1948 and has been an ordinary resident of the territory since
My lord.
the date of the migration.
Yes.
Right? Because 19 July 1948, they probably took as the partition
Yes.
appeal.
Yes.
Approval.
Yes.
Therefore, what Article 6 does is to confer citizenship on a class of citizens, on a class of persons who had migrated from Pakistan prior to the date of the adoption of the Constitution. It freezes it as that. But that does not prevent or that does not dilute the power of Parliament under Article 245 and 246 and Entry 17.
Entry 17.
And particularly in the context of Article 11, even to confer an extended citizenship on persons coming from Pakistan itself. I'm saying,
My lord.
Forget Bangladesh, but test it only for the purpose of a hypothesis. I'm not saying that they will do it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to stop Parliament from saying that we are now, in exercise of our power under Article 11, also conferring citizenship on a group of persons from Pakistan post 1948. In which case, the fact that technically on 25th March 1971, Bangladesh was still a part of Pakistan,
My lord.
would not really affect the power of Parliament.
My lord, may I meet that, my lord? I'm extremely grateful to your lordship, my lord. What Article 6 and 7 says, my lord? By deeming fiction, it could have said, my lord, before the commencement of the Constitution, as Article 3 has said, Article 5 has said, my lord, all persons born before the commencement of the Constitution, it has chosen to fix a date, my lord, of 19th July 1948, who will be deemed to be a citizen, otherwise they will not become a deemed citizen.
So you are reading Article 6 as exhaustive.
Is exhaustive so far as deeming fiction is concerned, my lord, of people coming from Pakistan. In effect, my lord, does it or does it not, lordship would test it, my lord, amend the Constitution. Say, my lord, that those who come before 1st July 1966 and come to Assam from Bangladesh would be deemed to be citizens. I have no difficulty, my lord. They can make an application, acceleration. Parliament has made section 6, 7, etc., my lord. No difficulty. But can you make a deeming provision, my lord, by saying, no, I'm so sorry. Yes.
I've understood your argument
Yes.
right. We'll phrase it in a proper way.
Yes.
Article 6
Yes.
provides for a deeming fiction by virtue of which persons who had originated in Pakistan were given conferred citizenship, provided they met the cutoff of 19 July 1948,
My lord.
or in some cases even beyond. When Parliament legislates under Article 11 in respect of persons originating in Pakistan, you cannot introduce any other deeming fiction.
My lord.
Because that deeming fiction is provided by the
Parliament, by
provision
the
of
Constitution.
And on that day, 25th March 1971, these areas in specified territories were a part of Pakistan, and therefore Parliament cannot really, by a deeming fiction in exercise of its power under Article 11, introduce a contrary deeming fiction.
My lord.
That's the point. We'll hear the other side.
Lordship would test my argument. Just one more sentence. Suppose, could the Parliament have said, my lord, 25th January 1950? 26 January, because Article 5 says commencement of the Constitution. Lordship would test my argument, my lord. Could the Parliament have said anybody who entered on till 25th January 1950? It could not have, my lord. If it could not have said 25th January 1950, which is a day prior to the commencement of the Constitution, it definitely cannot say, my lord, on 1st January 1966. On what basis, my lord? Because it is in the teeth of Article 6, my lord. If Article 6 completely, my lord, encompasses the persons of deemed migration who has come to India from Pakistan.
That actually what you said is right. Your argument would be correct.
Yes.
Provided we accept the
Yes.
hypothesis that Article 6 is a complete code
Yes, my lord.
in respect of persons who are migrating from a territory which was in Pakistan.
By deeming fiction. Again, my lord, I'm saying by application
If
different.
you are right that Article 6
Yes.
is a complete code, then there may be some substance.
Yes.
But the whole
Yes,
basis
your
of your
lordship.
argument is
Yes.
Article 6 is a complete code.
Yes, my lord.
Therefore,
Because
you can't, if somebody coming in from a territory in Pakistan, Parliament cannot legislate to the contrary by deeming fiction.
by deeming, that's fine, it's a complete code because.
That's the point. We'll hear
because-
the other
Yes, my
side.
lord, because it clearly.
Let's go to the next
Very
one.
well, lord. Because if your lordship see now clause B also, my lord, which I have given it in chart. Because this is a matter of, my lord, great importance, especially for the people of Assam, my lord, as your lordship are hearing very patiently, very grateful to your lordship, my lord. Lordship heard the 370 matter in the same way. Clause 2 also, lordship would kindly see, my lord. I'm so sorry.
Technically, you may be right that it was part of Pakistan on 25th March.
It's factual, my lord. It's, my lord.
I mean, can there be
On a
any-
sovereign
if you
principle,
look
it
at
is right, my lord.
If you look at the history of the liberation of Bangladesh.
My lord, that started thereafter, my lord. That's what I'm saying, my lord. It started, my lord, the war is won in December 2000, in December 1971, Indo-Pak War.
But
So, them, my lord, people have flagged, my lord. People, Rongias have flagged.
Can you attribute to Parliament when they enacted Section 6A that they wanted to confer citizenship on citizens of Pakistan?
I don't want to say that, my lord.
Then-
No, my lord. But my lord, they have, my lord. I'm not saying.
Parliament
My
is
lord,
conferring
my lord,
citizenship
what is the
on
intention of
persons
Parliament,
coming
lord?
from
My lord,
Bangladesh. They were conscious of the fact
we
that
cannot.
you know, Article 6, we can't look at constitutional provisions in the abstract.
Lordship will not.
Article 6 deals with the travails of partition.
My lord.
There are a large number of persons
Yes.
who are fleeing Pakistan
Fled
into
from
India
place.
because of the sheer scale of violence which took place at partition. So Article 6 therefore protected those people.
My lord.
It even extended it beyond July 1948. Therefore, Article 6 was a complete.
No, it
and
has
when
not
Parliament
extended.
enacted
19
Section
July 48 is
6A,
not extended at any
the
point of
last
time.
thing which I think we can attribute to Parliament was that
No,
they were
Lord,
conferring
we cannot
citizenship on
attribute
citizens
Parliament
of
to a malice or
Pakistan.
anything, Lord. That's if Lord, the question of malice doesn't come to Parliament at all.
Obviously, but so therefore they are looking at, Parliament was looking at the human suffering which
Lord,
was
there are
caused
human
with-
sufferings and wrong, yes, my lord. I'll show to you, Lord, say how they are opposing. And that's why refugee policy comes in, my lord. They are human saying Tibetans, they are human saying Tamils, and they are not giving citizenship, my lord.
That's a different issue.
My lord, what I'm saying, Lordship are testing on constitutional principles.
This is not a subject matter.
Yes, yes.
India is not a signatory to
Yes.
the Refugee Convention. Let's not go into.
Very well, my lord. I'm not going into it.
Uh,
I've said, my lord, India is not a signatory to it, so they cannot seek, my lord, whether they can make a law, Parliament can make a law, my lord, in the teeth of Article 6 and 7, my lord. That's why, if a lordship permit me to show further, my lord, it will show further that in effect they have further.
Also, Mr. Ansari, we have to make basic principles of constitutional law to be very clear in our mind.
Yes, my lord.
If Parliament is entitled to legislate to confer
It can.
citizenship, it is not bound to recognize the refugee status and confer citizenship on people of every hue and dimension.
Yes, my
There may
lord.
be people from different parts of the global south
Yes, my lord.
who want to come
It's
into
a human
India.
problem globally. There are
Right?
3.5 crores.
Parliament is not
Refugee-
bound to pick out everybody that, look, we'll do it for every, because Parliament can certainly say that, look, we'll look at the impact on our resources,
Yes,
our
my lord.
public infrastructure.
That's what the principle is, my lord. If I started saying there are internationally recognized principles, and this is one of the principles, how much burden you can have. That's one of the international principles, my lord, because one of the principles and which is globally accepted is, my lord, that the pre-immigration and welfare state does not go together. It has an adverse impact on the welfare activities of the citizens, my lord. It has, and it's a quotation, my lord, you cannot simultaneously have free immigration and welfare state from a Nobel laureate. And which is, my lord, lordship sees, my lord, this quotation, it's recognized everywhere. That's why 5 principles, my lord, I wanted to show to your lordship, lord,
Right.
after I
So
complete.
anyway, now we have dealt
No, my
with
lord,
this.
on this, my lord,
Ultra vires argument we have
would your
understood.
lordship
Now
permit
we'll
me
move
to
on to
just
that.
complete,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
just complete
We understood it.
some part of it, my
All
lord.
right.
The proviso is in effect been deleted. I've shown to your lordship, lord. If your lordship just see this.
Proviso.
Because this is very important, my lord. This is the main argument, my lord, which I'll be developing to your lordship, my lord. Now, my lord, B proviso further says, my lord, B2, may I read this, my lord? This Article 6 argument is, my lord, my best argument, perhaps your lordship may consider. In the case where such person so migrated on or after 19 July 1948, then my lordship may ignore that part, italic part. He has been registered as a citizen by an appointed so-and-so. Now, proviso. Provided that no such person shall be so registered unless he has been a resident in the territory of India for 6 months immediately preceding the date of his application. So what it requires, my lord, if you have come after 19 July 48,
You have to be there for a minimum
for
period of
6 months, all these requirements are completely given, even if you are there on 24th of March 1971 in Assam, 24th of March.
No requirement of
Nothing, my lord. This is a mandatory requirement of Article 6, my lord, and these are very important fundamental principles, my lord, which the Constitution. And similarly, my lord, Article 7. Article 7 is also breached, my lord. And it's a complete bar, my lord, that the person who has gone to Pakistan shall not be deemed to be citizen of India. If your lordship see Article 7.
Again, there is a problem with the argument.
Yes, my lord.
6A.
Yes, my lord.
Was introduced in 1985.
My lord.
Right?
My lord.
By the time that it was introduced.
Yes.
When 6A2 came into force.
Yes.
At the least, 14 years had gone by.
Yes,
the cutoff date for entry into India under 6A2 is 25th March 1971.
My lord.
Between that date and the date on which Section 6A is enacted, 14 years have gone.
14 years, yes, my lord.
6A2 clause 6A3 clause B.
My lord.
Says, has since the date of his entry into Assam been ordinarily resident in Assam.
Yes.
In other words, a person who had entered into Assam between that period, 66 to 71,
my lord,
would have been ordinarily resident in Assam
yes,
at the least for 14 years, at the highest for 19 years. So, tacitly, therefore, Parliament is
yes,
in that proviso, it is 6 months.
Yes.
By enacting that legislation in 1985, they have ensured that somebody has been resident for at the least 14 years.
My lord, my lord. But what I'm saying, my lord, this I quite say, my lord, see, my lord, what is following from my lord, the Chief Justice. But there is a specific requirement which is, my lord, Parliament 368 route is possible, my lord. Whether 245 route is possible or not, that's why lord.
Let your
lordship see Article 7 also, my lord. For Article 7, my lord, which is there in the same chart, my lord. Article 7 for a minute. Article 7. Right of citizenship of certain migrants to Pakistan, notwithstanding anything in 5 and 6, a person who has or after the first day of March 1947 migrated from the territory of India to the territory now in Pakistan shall not be deemed to be citizen of India. So, my lord, anybody who is in Pakistan, my lord, on this date, after this date, he will not be deemed to be citizen of India. And all these persons who are there, my lord, were in Pakistan, my lord, on the 25th March 1971, the cutoff date. Now, proviso. Provided that nothing in this article shall apply to a person after being so migrated to the territory now included in Pakistan, has returned to the territory of India. Now, my lord, this is what the article says. India, under a permit for resettlement or permanent return, issued thereunder by the authority of any law. Now, my lord, what the Act says does, my lord, return to Assam on or after 1925th March 1971. This is in effect, my lord, the amendment, my lord. That's my submission. Your lordship has to consider that, my lord.
All right, now let's go to the
yes,
next
my lord.
point.
Now, my lord, would your lordship permit
now, rapid fire will complete the next point. No person can claim that, look, I'm a refugee, you shall give me citizenship. If you were to file a writ in a court under Article 226, yes, that person would be turned out, saying that, yes, look, where is the right? You have to fall within the framework of Indian law to claim Indian citizenship.
My lord, my lord.
So these principles which you have formulated, they're absolutely, yes, unexceptional. There's no doubt about it.
I'm grateful to your lordship. Lord, would your lordship kindly come to volume 4A, page 3420.
What is that?
To show, my lord, a map, my lord, of the northeast, because, my lord, which how many kilometers India, Assam has the border, my lord, and how much population it has.
Official map or?
Official, my lord, 3420, and I'll show MH, my lord, the map is from the map of India. The figures which I'm giving it in my written submissions are from the Ministry of Home Affairs, my lord. 3420 of volume 4A.
Just one second, let's all go to it.
This is just to show, my lord, how the Assam is located with vis-a-vis the other 4 bordering state.
No problem.
Yes.
4A, huh?
3420. And these are part of our written. If your lordship see, my lord, Bangladesh borders 5 different states. 3420. I'm so sorry, my lord. Perhaps, my lord.
3420.
3420. Just to give a topography of the area, my lord.
Yes.
It borders, my lord, West Bengal, Meghalaya, Assam, Tripura, and Mizoram. And how much does it, my lord? It is on the MHA, my lord, in my submission. I've just prepared some sort of a chart again for convenience, my lord. It is there in the, I've given the page numbers also here.
So Bangladesh's largest border is really with West Bengal.
Yes, my lord. It has, my lord, it has, my lord, 2,216 kilometers with West Bengal. And these are from the, my lord, I've given the source also. And they are part of my submission also, my lord. Just which page of the submission was there? These are part of my submission also.
But border with Meghalaya appears to be larger than...
That's right, my lord. So, my lord, that's what it's happening. People go to Meghalaya immediately, cross over the road, come to Assam, claim citizenship. That's a huge problem for Assam, because if a lordship travel from Guwahati to Shillong, my lord, one side is Assam road, one side you have to only cross the road and to say claim citizenship of the country. If a lordship see below this, Assam borders 263 kilometers with Bangladesh.
In this map, where is Guwahati?
Well, Guwahati is Dispur. It's in Dispur,
Right.
capital. So it doesn't, the Guwahati doesn't border Bangladesh, but it borders, when you travel from Dispur to Shillong, you have, I'm so sorry,
Whether I want to know, when was Meghalaya created?
in 1971.
So before the cutoff date or after this cutoff date?
69, it becomes an autonomous state. And Meghalaya, lots would give me a minute, Lord. Northeast Areas Reorganization Act.
It became a UT for some.
Lord, it is 1969, it became an autonomous state within the state. And that became, Lord, under the Northeast Areas Reorganization Act, it became 21st January 1972.
So then this would
Yes.
be the Assam border only.
Yes, my lord. 69 Act, I don't know that.
1869.
69, Assam, state within a state. It was a new concept which was developed. My lord. And then it became a full-fledged state in 71 Act with effect from 72. So, my lord, Assam has, my lord, 263 kilometer bordering. West Bengal has 2,216 kilometer bordering. Meghalaya has 443 kilometer bordering. Mizoram has 318 kilometer. Tripura has 856 kilometer. Now, lordship would see, my lord, the extent of illegal population in 2001, which is as per the statement of the Home Minister on the floor of Parliament. It is not from any individual studies, my lord. And these figures are there as part of, my lord, my submission, and this is part of the statement of the Home Minister, my lord. Lordship would say, my lord, 50 lakhs are the population in 2001. Out of 266 lakhs is the total population for the census of 61. 18% are, my lord, illegal entrant. And you give citizenship to all. Where is that homogeneity? Article 14 has to have some meaning, my lord, not for an individual, to a group of individuals staying in Assam, claiming their ethnic rights, my lord. In West Bengal, 57 lakhs out of 801 lakh 8 crore. It is 7%. Meghalaya, it has 30,000 out of 23 lakhs. It is 1%. Mizoram figures are not available, my lord. Tripura has, my lord, 10%. So you're not giving it to, my lord, the person who has 1% or 7% or 10%. You're giving citizenship, my lord. What is the basis for giving citizenship? Merely because you want its political issue, you have an Assam Accord. That does not satisfy the test of constitutionalism, my lord. That may satisfy the test of your political expediency.
You have taken the figures as of 2001.
Yes, my lord.
No?
2000, these figures
What is the figures of 2000 and of 1971? How many people were actually that we have put it?
No, that my lord friend is given about 5 lakhs. That it was stated on the floor of the House by a minister, my lord.
No, but they are going to give us the official.
Mr. Solicitor pointed out on that day, my lord. That was during the debate. Mr. Badlu Islam said this is the figures, my lord. But officially, my lord, as Mr. Diwana said, nobody has come out with the figures, my lord. We have the figure only of 1971 from S.K. Sinha report, my lord, who was the governor of Assam. We have figures from the Law Commission of India, and we have figures from the Home Minister of India. These are the 3 figures which are available on record, my lord, which I pointed out in my written submissions in paragraphs. In paragraphs, my lord, I have given those figures in paragraph 18 of my written submissions, my lord. These figures are given. The second schedule of the Citizenship Act. For a minute. Every person who wants to be citizen of India makes an application for registration under Section 5 or by naturalization under Section 6. They cannot become a citizen of our country, my lord, without subscribing an oath of allegiance as prescribed under second schedule. And this is Section 5 to 6. I'm so sorry. Citizenship Act, my lord. Oath of allegiance, Section 5 and 6 2, my lord, are what? Application for by registration or by nature. Do hereby solemnly affirm or swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will faithfully observe the laws of India and fulfill my duties as a citizen of India. Now, my lord, in contrast, would your lordship kindly come to my written submissions, my lord, page 161 of that compilation, volume 1. What? Just a minute. None of the persons, my lord, who are given deemed citizenship, my lord, subscribe any such oath. In fact, my lord, they are born and, my lord, the subscribing an oath under the Constitution of Pakistan which says, my lord, if your lordship kindly permit me to read para 9920, my lord.
Same applies to section 6 also.
Same applies to?
Section 6 also. If you say so.
Yes.
The same applies to section 6 also. Anybody who got
Yes, but 60.
section
My
6
lord, they
also.
have to make an application, subscribe oath. Thereafter, my lord, let them, my lord, this provision cannot stand scrutiny, my lord. At least they have to say, you have to subscribe oath to get a citizenship of my country. You do not subscribe oath and you give citizens to lakhs of people, my lord, by deeming fiction.
Mr. Ansari, how it will impact the legality of the provision?
No, because, my lord, because we have a sovereignty of India, my lord. It's the basic feature, my lord, of our constitution. A person who believes, my lord, is bound by the preamble of his parent constitution, which says, my lord, sovereignty over the entire universe belongs to Allah alone, and the authority exercisable by the people within the limits prescribed by him in the sacred state thus. And whereas the founder of Pakistan, CAA Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, expressing the will of the people, declared Pakistan should be sovereign Republic of Islamic State. Can a person who is subscribing this oath, my lord, become an Indian citizen without subscribing an oath of allegiance under Schedule 2?
It all depends on what Parliament assumed. If Parliament assumed that these people were fleeing their motherland,
yes,
because of the atrocities in the motherland, or for a variety of reasons, the violence, the atrocities.
My lord, all refugees, my lord, let me be very candid. All refugees, my lord, people become refugees because they have to fled their home state, my lord. Nobody wants to leave their home place for a good cause, under compelling circumstances.
Right, but then the last thing which the refugee wants to do is to still plead allegiance to the motherland, because they have left the motherland because of the conditions in the motherland.
No, that's what I'm saying, my lord. No refugees, which are 3.5 crore globally recognized under the UN figures, my lord. Refugees leave their home without a compulsion. Anybody who becomes a refugee is under compulsion, my lord. So can you give my lord, that's what I said, my lord. You can give a right to abort, which is a humanitarian human right. We have given, my lord, vaccines. My lord, Sri Lanka recent judgment recognizes that, my lord, India helped them with billions of dollars to come over the crisis. But for that, my lord, I'll give that citation to the Constitution Bench of 5 judges of the Sri Lanka Supreme Court. In the judgment recognized, my lord, it is but for the help of India during that financial crisis, the Sri Lankan position would have been much worse.
Yeah.
All that I'm saying, no, all that I'm saying, my lord, all that I'm saying.
If it is an individual case, if they are deciding individual case,
No.
they can do. If this is on a contingency basis,
My lord,
the logic which you apply basis upon which section.
No, my lord, what I'm saying, my lord, if you cannot give it to individual, can you give to a lakhs of people, my lord, citizenship by fiction? My lord, anybody who, I'm so sorry. So, my lord, my submission is, my lord, unless, my lord, you cannot become a citizen, you have to subscribe an oath of allegiance, which is basic, my lord, fundamental of the
We've got the point. Anything else, Mr. Vahansarya, now? I think you've wrapped up your submission.
Yes, my lord, I'll just finish it, my lord. Yes, my lord, this court has struck down various legislations on manifest arbitrariness. I have prepared a schedule just to update it. I'll give all these parts of their compilation with the starting from, my lord, Honorary Sarkar, my lord, the Justice Vivian Bose judgment. It's a very, very illustrative.
That is not manifest arbitrariness.
No, it says, my lord, what will be the discrimination? Of course, manifest arbitrariness is Saramanu with relevant paragraphs and the compilation pages, my lord. I am preparing. Tomorrow morning I'll give that 2 pages, my lord, where the relevant judgments and with the relevant paragraphs and the relevant compilation page numbers, my lord. So dual citizenship, my lord, again, my lord, those persons who have been given, my learned friend has dealt with it. Article 9 requires you to denounce. Without denouncing, my lord, how can you become, my lord? They have not given up. Nobody has said, my lord, give me a citizenship. Lordship may presume that it is presumed, but ultimately somebody has to say, my lord, I don't want the citizenship of the country, I want the citizenship of your country. Lord, I cannot get a citizenship of anywhere in the world, but you can, by parliament, my lord, by deeming fiction, you give a citizenship of persons even you don't want, my lord. They can go back, they continue to have both ways, my lord. They stay here, they cannot stay here. So they claim citizenship of that Pakistan also, or now Bangladesh, or claim citizen of India, my lord. There cannot be any such law, my lord. You can choose citizenship at the same time. You have to denounce one and then to get another, my lord. And finally, as I said, my lord, if your lordship see, my lord, while Mr. Solicitor doesn't want, but there are refugee policies of this country, my lord. I have given those paragraphs, my lordship may only make a note of this, my lord. That it has something to do, Mr. Solicitor, it has something to do with, Lord, if you persons who are in India from last 50 years, from Lord Tibetans, etc., you have not given citizenship. Tamils, you have not given citizenship. The Rohingyas, you have not given citizenship, my lord. Chakmas, you have not given. Chakma, there are judgments of this court, my lord, but again, against atrocities on them. But citizenships are not given, my lord, to the people. So country must have a consistent, my lord, a refugee policy, my lord. You cannot, my lord, just say people of, so far as Assam is concerned, no policy matters.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
Well, I'm extremely grateful for such a patient hearing, my lord, and I'll just give the start tomorrow morning.
Mr. Solicitor, would you like to start tomorrow morning? Because now we are almost in the wrap. That, it's just so that you will only barely open, otherwise if you start today. Let's start tomorrow.